the time I fought Sakuraba. Now, he had me in a little Kimura and the ref called it. I was in no pain. I didn't tap out. It was fixed, I'm telling you. Big bad Fedor's next on my list.
Hey, Damon Perry. I'm Boss Rutan. We're going to be working together on the show. Do you mind if I take a seat?
No, boss, please. I was just explaining some of my submission moves to the lovely Pride ring girls here.
Submission moves?
Yeah, boss, have a beer on me.
Oh, your excessive submission moves. Yeah, that's why they call you the dog. That's right.
Boss. Thank you, boss.
Hey, but listen, are you ready for tonight's fights?
Oh, how can you not be? UFC clashing with Pride. As a matter of fact, this could be about who it was, who it is, and who it shall be. I think the real question is, are you guys ready? Because we're talking about, boss, probably the best Pride event ever, baby.
Oh, yeah. Tonight we will have the 8 best middleweight fighters in the world. And they're going at it. And they're going to prove to the world who's the number 1 middleweight fighter in the world. That's a lot of worlds, by the way.
That's a whole lot of worlds, baby.
Yeah. And they call this show Pride Elimination 2003, and that's a cool name.
That is a sweet name. Now, again, 8 fighters tonight, boss, but it's coming down to the final 4 in November. Another cool name here, Final Conflict. Only 4 of them in November, baby.
Hey, and you know who wants to fight there in Final Conflict? QUINTON Rampage Jackson. Okay, now let me tell you a little story about his fighter tonight.
I love your stories, boss. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, he was supposed to fight Ricardo Arona, but Ricardo Arona got injured. He broke his ankle. So then his teammate, MURILLO Bustamante, said, you know what? I've been training with you for this whole fight. I'm in shape. I will take the fight. And MURILLO Bustamante is a very good fighter. He's currently the UFC champion.
Still the champ.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yes, he is. And he's very good on the ground, and he's got some good hands. So that's going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, also tonight, boss. Now, ladies, you remember Sakuraba, the one who kind of got lucky and beat me? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, boss. Anyway, the Japanese legend will, for the 3rd time tonight, try to take out Vanderlei the Axe Murderer Silva, who, boss, he is on a mission to win this tournament.
Hey, speaking of Japanese fighters, we have 2 Japanese fighters fighting tonight each other. We have Yoshida, who's the gold medalist from the Olympics.
Two times, baby, sure.
2 times. It's unbelievable, this guy. And he was also a world champion in judo. He's going to face Tamura. But the fight that I'm really looking forward to is ALISTAIR OVEREEM against Chuck Liddell.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, Pride and OVEREEM beating up on the UFC? Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, man.
Come on.
Come on, the UFC is here to make a point. Chuck is here to make a point. I think that ALISTAIR is going to have his hands full with Chuck.
Oh, Damon, you beat up Chuck Liddell before, yes?
Oh, for you, absolutely. You know the best part about this, don't you? It's another one right here that took down Chuck Liddell, baby. Yeah. Boss, you remember that, don't you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
I'll tell you what, rather than relive that, let me buy you another beer while you tell us about the 3 big heavyweight fights tonight.
Oh, yes, and we have 3 big ones coming up for you. Number 1, FEDOR Emelianenko is going to face Big Daddy Goodridge. These are 2 guys with knockout power. One thing for sure, this fight won't go the distance. That's what I'm predicting, okay? The second match is pretty funny because we have the former UFC heavyweight champion, RICCO Rodriguez, fighting the former Pride heavyweight champion, NOGUEIRA. And they both want to prove the world that they are still there and who's number 1, okay? And the last match, that's going to be a wild match. We have the Croatian sensation in MIRKO coming from the K1, invading Pride, and he's going to face probably the best standing up striker in Pride, which is Igor Vovchanchyn. Is this fight going to the ground? Is it going to enter the knockout? We will see tonight.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see those fights. I mean, Total Elimination 2003, it is on, El Guapo. El Guapo? I thought you never got cut during a fight.
I never got cut.
Well, what is that scar over your right eye
I
there?
think it takes away a little bit of my El Guapo.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at that. Maybe not. It gives you a little character, almost
that's
a little.
what I was thinking.
A little Hollywood character.
Hey, and that's where it exactly happened. It happened in a movie. I was playing in this movie, and if you go to bossrutan.tv, you will see some nice pictures of
Oh,
that
that's
movie.
right. The Eliminator, right?
That's it, The Eliminator.
Coming out when, boss?
It's gonna come out in September.
Nice. Now you can. I saw some of the clips on this thing, baby. There are some fight scenes of old El Guapo in there.
Yeah, and you know who the fight scene was that you saw in the fight clip? That was against MIRKO, who also was fighting here at Pride. Explosions. Did you see the explosions?
Oh,
we had?
baby, I saw the explosion. You gotta show the people these things, boss.
You know what I show the people? I got to show you guys my acting because I can act. Let's face it, I can fight and I can act. I'm not Jean-Claude Van Damme. No, I can fight for real and I can act. And just roll the clip.
Roll it, baby.
Which one of you lunatics has my money?
I do.
And who the hell are you?
Miles Dawson. You ran a good race, Mr. Barley. Very exciting.
The man is dead.
Yes, he is.
You don't care.
Well, better he died here for our entertainment than drunk on some highway.
Yeah, boss, you can act. You weren't kidding, baby.
Hey, I told you, wait till it hits in September, okay? But you know what? I think it's time to go ringside. What are you gonna do? You gonna stay here with the girls, or are you gonna come with me?
Let's go ringside, baby.
That's a wise choice. Total Elimination 2003.
Yeah. What is up, mixed martial arts fans? Welcome to Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. 35,000 people plus. It is Pride. It is time to find out who the best middleweight fighter in the world is. I am Damon the Dog Perry, and of course, to my left, the mixed martial arts legend, Boss Rudy. It does not get any better than this tonight, right here.
No. This is the beginning. It's only the beginning. And like we said, we were talking all day long. Whoa! And look at the ring here, ladies and gentlemen. We have 4 big heavyweight fighters there.
We've got 7 fights in all tonight. Again, 8 middleweight fighters looking to advance to November's final conflict. Some tremendous matchups. And of course, 3 heavyweight bouts that you cannot and will not forget about either, boss, because they are going to be entertaining, baby, big time.
It's going to be unbelievable. In the ring here, we see 4 of them. So that's going to be 2 heavyweight bouts. And the first heavyweight bout is coming up. And that's going to be between EMELIANENKO FEDOR and Gary Goodridge. About that in a few moments.
The current champion, FEDOR, obviously going against and yesterday when we talked to him, I called him Old Pride, and he got a little upset about that, so we'll say a veteran of mixed martial arts fighting. And he's got Mark Coleman in his corner. Mark talked about how in shape he is, but he said he is not in the best cardiovascular shape of his career, but he is as strong as he's been throughout his career. And you can see they're wiping me off. I'm sweating already, boss, because I'm ready to go, baby.
It's because it's unbelievable.
I mean,
the fear, the excitement, everything in this place will make you sweat.
And let me reiterate, if you have not been to Japan, this is the top dog. There are 35,000 people plus in Saitama Super Arena. They're introducing the fighters right now on stage. Fireworks around me. It is absolutely amazing.
It is unbelievable, and that's going to even make you more hotter, dog.
Well, they're going to have
so hot.
Hey, giddy up. They're going to have to keep wiping me off, boss, because you think the fighters are going to be hot. I know sitting next to you, a guy that's been at ringside for so many of these Pride events. I'll tell you, look at this card up and down. The 8 heavyweight fighters we have. There's Chuck Liddell, the UFC man, the Iceman, who has got to test the second fight tonight against OVEREEM, a Dutch man like you, who they're introducing now.
There he is with the big hammer.
The Demolition Man. That is going to be a hell of a battle in the second fight.
We think so too, yeah. And let's see, the next announcement is going to be... Here we go. Let me hear the drums. Let me hear the Winter Rampage Jackson. There he is.
Now there he is. Rampage now. We'll talk more about Quinton Rampage as the night goes on, boss, but he got thrown a little because Ricardo Arona, who was scheduled to fight him, was actually injured in training. So how will that affect Quinton Rampage? We'll talk about that. There's his opponent for tonight's match, Bustamante.
Bustamante, ladies and gentlemen. Murillo Bustamante.
I'm sorry, what was that? Go ahead. What was that?
Murillo Bustamante. Yoshida, who you just saw, is going to fight Tamura, and that is this guy, and it's going to be fight number 6. Look at this place, look at this place.
The atmosphere is unbelievable. I can hardly... Now, there, of course, the middleweight king from Shootbox right now. He is ready to go. He looks stronger and quicker than ever before. And I think the crowd is going to erupt when they announce his opponent, boss, and I'm sweating just thinking about it.
Oh yeah, man, they're going to announce him now within a few seconds. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because the matador of the mixed martial arts circuit, the Gracie Killer, as they call him, is going to be announced.
Oh, the house is about to come down, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Listen to the crowd.
Unbelievable! Takara Dojo.
The question is, will this be his last fight in an unbelievable mixed martial arts career? Or will it be a continuation? We'll find out right now, baby. All right, yeah, boss to pride fighting. All right, you ready?
Give me fight number 1.
All right, the champion of the heavyweights, FEDOR, going against Big Daddy Goodrich. Now, FEDOR against Fujita last time got hit. Can he get hit again? Will he get hit again?
Oh, he will get hit for sure, because Big Daddy's been working with Maurice Smith a lot on his hands. He looks phenomenal. It looks like he's lost some weight. This fight is not going the distance, like I told you before. Let's go to the fight.
This time, well, what we were talking earlier, this is a little bit of old pride and new pride. Now, I don't know if Big Daddy Gary Goodrich wants to be called old pride, but Fedor's got to go against old pride. Big Daddy, how are you?
I'm good. I don't know. Let me make something straight here. I ain't old nothing. I'm here to kick ass. That's all it is.
I think Fedor, if he tries to take Big Daddy down, it's not going to happen, because he trained with Mark, the Hammer Coleman. Mark.
How are you, boss?
I'm doing good, man. What did you guys train for?
I'm very impressed with Gary. He's gotten very serious about fighting the past couple times, and he brought Maurice Smith in. He brought myself in to Fedor's a pretty good upper body wrestler, and we've been working on defending against that and keep it up on the feet. And we know Gary can hit hard, so we're looking for a knockout.
Gentlemen, Damon the Dog, Barry, Boss Rudin, and we are set for the first fight of the night. This one, a heavyweight bout. Again, 8 middleweight fighters will try to advance the final conflict, but this one of 3 heavyweights, Fedor, the champ, going against Gary Goodrich, boss.
Yep, and here we have Gary Goodrich. You couldn't understand when the Japanese announcer announced it, but I'm explaining for you people at home. Gary Goodrich. And look at these eyes. Cold as ice.
We wait, and there he is.
And there in the back, he was wearing the belt, but we cannot see it anymore.
Well, Fedor obviously took that championship from Minotauro Nogueira earlier in Body Blow, March of this year. And of course, now going against Big Daddy Goodrich, would like to, again, talk, baby. Let people know I'm still the man, I'm the champ. And, you know, a lot of people say until you beat somebody like Big Daddy, somebody of the, again, I won't use the term old school because he doesn't like it.
Oh, no.
But until you beat the veteran, you haven't really owned the floor yet.
You're absolutely right. This fight is going to be very exciting.
All right,
I told you 3 times now, This is not going the distance, I'm telling you.
10 minutes first round, and if we go to rounds 2 and 3, 5 minutes apiece. How quickly do you see it going onto the ground, boss?
I see it on the feet, staying on the feet.
They are staying on their feet. They touch gloves now.
That's some respect right there.
And they are obviously just going to test each other out quickly, but there's a couple of left hooks followed by a right by Fedor. Now throwing combinations. Big Daddy with a couple of blocks, but then a right hand lands. A right cross
look at him,
lands.
look at body shots, body
Uppercuts
shots.
to the body. It looks like Goodrich is okay. Maybe one punch got to him as Gary clinches now. He tries to bring him into the center, but a knee
and a takedown. This is where he is dangerous.
A left knee and a takedown back-to-back by Fedor. And obviously, as you said, this is a dangerous situation for Big Daddy.
If somebody in the world can hit from this position, it's Emelianenko Fedor.
That position being the closed guard that Goodrich has got him in now, and as you can see, he is taking a couple of left hands to the body here, but no doubt, ground and pound. He is dangerous from here, is the champion Fedor. And there's an example of it. Right hand, right hand, right hand, to the head, to the head.
This is going to be over.
This does not look like it's going to go long at this pace. And now he's doing the hammer fist down. Big Daddy in big trouble. Kick. It looks like he is out. It looks like he is out. And there it is. There it is.
I told you, this is not going the distance.
Submission with strike so quickly. I did not see it ending that fast.
Unbelievable, I told you. Many times, they're both very powerful. I think the shots in the beginning of the fight hurt him a little bit because that was the reason that he got taken down, and there it was ground and pound.
109 with strikes of the first round. There is no doubt that is a surprise. Perhaps not that it ended, but it ended so quickly in the first round.
Unbelievable.
Fedor obviously was ready to go here. He has cut. You can see some blood from the mouth coming of Big Daddy Gary Goodrich, who's got to be very disappointed. He said again he wasn't in his best cardiovascular shape coming into this one. That was probably, in his estimation, his fight against Mark Hunt, but really felt stronger.
Whoa,
and ready
there
to
is
go.
the
There's
left
the first
hook to
left.
the head.
It looked like perhaps a headbutt might have gone to his chin there as well, and perhaps that cut the lip. But as you can see, a lot of these combinations, that straight right hand, that hook,
every push,
they were all getting in. Right here, he was able to block a few, and then the hammer, the ground and the pound.
Kick
the kick
in the
to
head.
the head right there.
Yes, Daddy Goodrich loses 1 minute and 9 seconds in the first round. What do you think of this?
Well, I think that kick to the head reminded me of that night in Vegas, baby. That was ugly, no doubt about it. Back of the head to the front of the face. I am just shocked, boss, that it did not go further than 109 of the first round.
Unbelievable.
And you can see those blows to the head were not being defended by Goodrich. He was obviously hurting at that point. So the champion moves on. He obviously retains that belt with a convincing win over Gary Big Daddy Goodrich. That our first of 3 heavyweight bouts tonight. The fight we have coming up will be one of the 4 fights between 8 middleweight fighters who are looking to advance in Total Elimination 2003 to the final conflict that will be in November. So again, fight number 1, 109, heavyweight champion Fedor able to TKO Gary Big Daddy Goodrich and keep his crown as he is now posing. So next up is one of the biggest, no doubt about it, the biggest ones. What do you think is next on the list, though, before we get to it, for Fedor? I mean, who's next here? He obviously came back from getting a little stunned in his previous fight against Fujita, but he went on to win that. Who's next on his list?
I really don't know, because, you know, the great thing about Pride Fighting Championships, we have so many great heavyweights. A rematch, of course, with Nogueira, that would never be... everybody would love to see that, but maybe tonight Rico Rodriguez is going to finish Nogueira. We don't know, and then maybe we want to see Rico Rodriguez against him. We have many, way more fights. It's open. It's an open book. How many? We got like 12 heavyweights, and they're all super good.
Get with me, After his surprising loss to Randy Couture in the last UFC fight, Chuck Liddell had to rethink his game. Now, make no mistake, Chuck Liddell is one of the best middleweights in the world, but he fights for the UFC. So to reclaim his spot in the world of fighting, Chuck Liddell has accepted the challenge to fight in Pride's 8-man tournament. This will be Pride taking on the UFC, and the Iceman plans to bring it.
I want the fighters in Pride to know that I'm coming after them. Come August 10th, I'm going to be there. They better be ready. I'm coming. Fighting, well, it's nice that it is my job, but it's something I love. I mean, I enjoy fighting. That's my reward when I get out there. I train hard. The job is training, getting ready for a fight. And although I train, even if I wasn't fighting, I'd be training. But the job's really training. Actually, fighting is my reward for at the end of the day or end of the month or week or 6 months or whatever it is. That's my reward, getting out there and getting to compete.
Now, Liddell not only loves the fight game, but Chuck, well, he likes to lay a beating on his opponent.
I enjoy the competition of fighting. I love being out there fighting, and I enjoy winning. So if that's beating people up, then beating people up I enjoy, I guess. When I get in the ring, that's just the way I need to be. I need to turn that switch on. You need to have that killer instinct. You need to be able to try to take someone out. You can't. He's trying to do the same to you. You can't take it easy on people out there. You get hurt that way taking it easy.
With Liddell coming to fight in Pride, the rivalry heats up, and some Pride middleweights have a message for the UFC.
UFC, you want to protect all your little pretty golden boys? I dare the UFC to give one of their golden champions a shot at one of our golden champions, and we would beat your pissy asses.
Chuck, he coming to my neck of the woods, you know what I'm saying? Chuck Liddell, he's a cool guy, I like him, you know what I'm saying? But he comes to my neck of the woods. We're not fighting in a cage, so you can't pop a motherfucker up against the cage and just elbow the fuck out of him. They need to come on to Pride, you know what I'm saying? Put them hands up, and suck their gut in, you know what I'm saying? And do his shit, man.
UFC President Dana White, well, he has his own predictions on the outcome of Total Elimination.
Chuck Liddell will win the Pride Grand Prix. He is one of the best middleweights in the UFC and in the world.
I want to knock a guy out. Every fight I go out, I want to knock a guy out. I want to finish a fight. I don't like going to decision. And I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to put pressure on people and finish fights.
So come August 10th at Pride Fighting's Total Elimination, we will see who has the best fighters.
When I come to Pride, I will be ready. I'll be ready. I'll be in shape and I'll be ready to go. So they better be ready.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Get with me. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Get with me. Yeah.
Now we know that the UFC is coming here to show the world that they're stronger than Pride. So this is a fight against Pride, Pride against UFC. And there's another little thing. The president, Dana White from the UFC, put a bet down for $250,000, and he says that Chuck Liddell is going to win this whole tournament. What do you think of that?
Well, boss, I think that's a stupid bet, and I'll tell you something else. If I turn $50,000, I put it on myself because I'm going to wreck Chuck.
Also, I was talking to Boss about this bet, and his words were, "It's a bad bet."
Hey,
it's a bad bet. That's what he said, Joe.
Well, he should think that. He's a fighter, but I think it's a good bet. The UFC is going to take home. We're going to take home the belt. It's not a problem.
So how are you going to wreck Chuck Liddell?
Well, first of all, Pride fighters are better than UFC fighters. My cardio is much better. I'm stronger. I'm faster. I'm more technical standing up on the ground. I'm going to wreck him.
You're going to want to stand up in this fight. I know you just love to knock out. You're not about submissions, but obviously this guy is more dangerous standing up than anywhere else. Are you going to try to take it to the ground or go blow for blow?
You might see some groundwork, but that's it. Like I always fight, if it comes, it comes. But I'm planning on standing up with him and knocking him out.
Boss, fight number 2, our first middleweight fight of the night. UFC and Pride, Chuck Liddell against ALISTAIR Overeem. Now, call me crazy, but I think the height and those flying knees of Overeem could be a big problem for Chuck tonight.
I think so too. I think that Chuck's game plan should be take the fight to the ground, ground and pound or go for a submission, but hey, Alistair, what can he do?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm confident in Alistair, but Dana White is $250,000 worth of confidence on his boy Chucky Liddell.
That's a lot of shots of tequila.
There you get it.
Okay, let's go.
Fight number 2. All right, hey.
Here we go.
Back inside Thomas Super Arena for our second fight of the night. Total Elimination 2003, Damon the Dog Barry along with Boss Rutan. And this one has been talked about, thought about. It is the UFC being represented from Chuck Liddell against an up-and-comer from your hometown, Alistair Overeem. And that means we have a special guest, a man that's got a loaded pocket and a lot of interest in this bout. The president of UFC joins Boss and I here, Dana White. Dana, I know you're trembling. I know you're feeling it right now.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't.
Absolutely. And Boss, this one right here, his boy Chuck, and an up-and-comer really in Overeem with the high knees. This has got to be one of the most anticipated fights of the night.
I think so too. I think really, and I told you before, the people at home, we can say we see here Chuck coming up. Like Dana said before, he is so ready after his loss against Couture. He says, okay, let's get this straight. Let's go here to Japan and bring that belt home. He is so focused, but yeah, like you said, he's going to face Alistair Overeem, a very good striker. Good knee control to the head, faces, long punches, long kicks. I don't know about this,
and
it's going to be tough.
You can see the Iceman coming out with the bold UFC now. I tell you, Dana White, the atmosphere here in Japan, this is phenomenal. And, you know, I tell you, Chuck is such a great guy, and he's having fun all week, but, you know, all of you got to be just taken aback when you get this. I mean, you're the man when you walk into these arenas.
It's awesome. It's unbelievable. You know, when we're in the States and we get 13,000 people, we're blown away. When I just walked into the arena about 20 minutes ago, I couldn't believe it. It's amazing to see this many people in one place at the same time.
It's like they got lost on their way to the Super Bowl and ended up here.
Absolutely, exactly.
This is
exactly
about as big as it gets. Now, obviously, Chuck is a little ticked off as you hear Dana White cheering on his man because of his loss. He smiles at his boy Dana White.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, a little pocket change going on this right here, Dana. I mean, a little pocket change.
We'll see what happens.
Well, depending on what happens, I may need to get a loan.
I may need one too.
What were your last words, last piece of advice, or what advice did he give you to try to watch this fight?
You know what? There's not too much advice I can give Chuck right now. I try to stay away from him, let his team do what he's, talk to him about what he's got to do. I just try to stay away. I've done my job. He's here. His training went well, and that's another reason that I feel very confident about this fight. We have an angel in our corner, if you will.
Yes, you do. Why don't you talk about that a little
Alex
bit?
Gong worked with Chuck for 4 weeks for this fight. Phenomenal trainer, phenomenal athlete, phenomenal person, and I really feel confident. I feel good. Like, we know Alex is in his corner, and rest in peace, Alex Gong.
Yes, same here. Rest in peace from all of us.
Just a tragic story, of course, happening in the Bay Area where we'll get back to that, but obviously now being introduced, Alistair Overeem. Now, this is a kid, you can talk highly of him, Boss, because, he's a bit of a countryman, but he is moving up on the food chain, if you will. And a win over a quality opponent like Chuck Liddell, what would that do for the Demolition Man's, popularity alone?
That's what pushed him up so high as the sky. I mean, Chuck was the #1 contender for a long, long, long time. He lost to Couture, but I also think there was a reason because he was more focused to fight Tito, and I think that was a great thing that he had in his mind too. Suddenly they changed opponent, he got Couture. I think Chuck, ice as cold, but I have to say, Alistair is coming from Holland, like where I come from. With us, we have as many Thai boxing fights a week as we have soccer games. So with us, Thai box is second nature. So I don't know what Chuck is going to do in this fight. He said that he's going to knock him out. Is it going to be on the ground? Is it going to be on the feet? Hey, we're going to wait and see. But here comes the Dutch team. We see Mark the Rev, Lucien Carbine on the left side.
If I may, boss, Dana, you'll probably like this too, but I mean, the guy is good looking, and it's good news for the men out there because he has a girlfriend currently, so my babiage is out of the question. Ladies, back off. Men, you're safe. But obviously, and Chuck talked about this, he trains the same every way, does Chuck, but he said during the press conference, he did make a joke, maybe this time I did work on a few high knees because they are dangerous right here.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we took this guy very serious, and realistically, you know, our fight was, we wanted to fight Wanderlei Silva for a long time now. And Mr. Sakakibara gave me the option, you want to fight Wanderlei, come do the tournament. And the reality is, we got a tough draw. And he's a real guy.
Now, you know that was completely accidental that you got a tough draw.
Absolutely, I knew that, yeah.
Come on.
But no, he's a tough guy. We took him very serious, and he's the dark horse of this tournament, without a doubt.
Do you see this going 3 rounds?
God, I hope not.
Whoa. Dana White on edge. Let's let the people back home get a feel for the introductions, the crowd reaction here at Saitama Super Arena. This ought to be a hard-hitting, fun one. Boss Rutan, Damon the Dog Perry, and the UFC president, Dana White here. I wonder who's clapping amongst the 3 of us there. We're unbiased, 2 of us anyway, and then of course there's Dana who's just like, yeah.
There's no bias in this booth whatsoever.
No, of course not. Now, if somebody starts clapping here, boss, I know it's not me, so we're down to 1.
I only hope that Chuck doesn't find out that you so-called armbarred him, what you said in the opening of the show. I hope for you he doesn't find out.
Let's just keep in mind, I didn't write that, baby. All right, the referee going over the instructions here. And again, our first fight of the evening, the heavyweight champ, Fedor, took down Gary Goodrich. Big Daddy went down at just 109. This is the second fight, getting ready to go. Will it be longer than 109? Dana White certainly hopes it's over quick. He is
expecting a running, flying knee right here. That's what we're expecting.
All right, let's see what happens. And the bell goes. You don't get the running, flying knee early, but there is a left knee by OVEREEM.
And a right hand from Liddell.
They exchange blows. There's a right, and then again followed by the left knee. And he is dazed. Liddell right there. I believe that might have been a left hand, but Chuck has got him against the ropes. They're halfway down as ALISTAIR is trying to get back up and does that as the 2 are in the clinch. And when he gets up, boss, he can throw those knees.
And he throws them really well.
They separate again now, and the fans cheer that here. Oh, and there's a combination with that left knee. Yes, he is cut. He is cut above the right eye. No question one of those knees was able to get in. Good block of the kick there.
That's why we brought in one of the best cutmen in the country. Don House is working the corner. We anticipated a possible cut with the good knees, and we brought a great cut man in.
It looked like that left knee also got in. Maybe, perhaps, Chuck was able to catch it sooner.
Yes, it got in, but ALISTAIR should have tried to stay on his feet. I think Chuck still was a little hurt. Now it's going to be Chuck's game, I think. It looks good for ALISTAIR the way he tries to pummel up right now. But this position you don't want to be in. Look at here. Now, Chuck's raining the knees now.
Absolutely. Chuck's turn, Chuck's opportunity to get some knees in. And, you know, with the knees that flew early, I would think Chuck may be a little more favoring the ground as he is getting the knees here.
Yes, for sure. This is a real good position for Chuck. North-south position.
You can see the blood across the right side of his mohawk there, and then down trickling to his eye on Chuck Liddell.
Right there, he's got a good opportunity to throw some good knees. Those long arms, though, really good at blocking those knees.
Yes, and ALISTAIR shoot, escape out the back door. He makes a left turn, and he can swing out of this because Chuck only has one underhook. He can swing it out if he wants to. Right. But he's got to get up. He's got to get up. Don't wait for this.
Dana has called it exactly as you see several knees blocked there by ALISTAIR. And he's able to stand up where, again, he'll be in a position now that he can throw those knees to the body.
And I think now he's got the... Oh, he's getting away from him. Okay, he gives him some distance.
Chuck with a left hook and another. ALISTAIR missing with a right. The 2 now back toe-to-toe, if you will. There's a knee to the body, another knee. A counter with the right hook by Chuck Liddell.
Oh, and another left.
Who looks to be a little hurt right now. He looks like he is hurting a little bit, but I'm sure he has been in these situations before, Dana, and bounced back.
He's got a lot of good experience, and he really does have a good chin and good recovery power. He saw that when he fought Guy Mesger. Mesger rocked him early, too.
And looking closely into his eyes, I mean, he looks like everything is ready to go, and he may, maybe he's just adjusting to the style of fight that he is facing here tonight.
It's tough fighting a big, long, rangy guy like that can block everything you do and has a lot of reach on you. But again, nothing we didn't anticipate, and we'll just see what happens there.
Yeah, he's able to block a few of those hooks there by Alistar. And Alistar missing there. It looks like Alistar in this 10-minute round came out with a lot of adrenaline. Looks like he is a bit tired,
looks like
no
he got a
question
little
about
rock
it.
there, too.
Two rights,
And
straight.
baby. Two rights, three rights, and a knee.
This could be the
Alistar
end
is
of the fight.
definitely hurt. Liddell now.
baby,
Chuck Liddell. Unbelievable.
Chuck Liddell wins.
It looked like he was out. Dana White now going up to the stage, and he should. What a fabulous performance by Chuck Liddell. 3:09 of the first round. I gotta tell you, that is as impressive a comeback. And I said a moment ago, when it looked like he was hurt, I took a closer look at his eyes, and his eyes looked like they were fully coherent, fully ready to go. And Alistar was dazed.
Oh, and he was lucky also because we don't know how big that cut was. He started to work, he felt the cut could maybe be affected later on. And there he came with the punches, the double right straight, he set it up. And then with the rest combinations, he finished it off.
And now he walks over and gives Alistar OVEREEM a hug and kind of a bit of credit, saying what a fabulous performance it was. The knees did get to Chuck. Dana White now hugging him.
Here we go, the double right straight, I think.
Here it is, right there to the forehead. Absolutely.
Ooh.
And he can see he's got him hurt. You can see he's wobbling, and then Chuck went in for the kill. And that knee right there, the left knee, and that right cross, and that right hook.
Now the left who comes, that's it.
He's definitely, it was that first right hand to the forehead that did most of the damage. And look at that right there. Alistar was out on his feet. Very impressive, Chuck Liddell. He was confident all week. He never had any doubts in his mind that he would be able to do this. He wanted to say hello to his girlfriend, Summer, who I'm sure is much happier to get the message right now. Because even though he is bleeding, he is smiling, baby, and loving life. Just a tremendous performance. It really looked like he was in trouble, but as we were saying to Dana White at that moment, I'm sure he's been in this situation before and he's got a strong chin.
Yes, and he is. Look at there, Dana White very happy. Yeah, obviously everybody happy. What a performance. He's opened it up with the double right straight and then he starts finishing the whole thing up.
I tell you, boss, no question this one showed all of what pride is about, because both fighters momentarily looked like they had control. Alistar's control was fleeting, Chuck's was for real, but the pride came out in both fighters. And it certainly looked like throwing those knees early. Maybe this was part of Chuck's game plan, but it looks like there's that right hand again. It looked like Alistar just got winded throwing those knees, no question about it.
Yes, he got winded.
And there's Chuck Liddell coming over now to say hello to Dana White. Just a tremendous win, and he's asking for more water, it looks like, or so. He's going to make some phone calls, and he told me after the fight who he would call first. I asked him, I believe he would call his brother and let them tell all the details. But a tremendous win for Chuck Liddell. And Dana White now back with us.
Sorry, I didn't mean to abandon you guys. I got a little goofy.
Dana, well, obvious reasons there. A great win for Chuck in the UFC and Dana White. But, I was sitting there telling you, boy, he looks like he's in trouble. Then I looked at his eyes and said to you, he's been like this before. And then instantly, just a tremendous turnaround.
Absolutely. You know what? I've said it before, and the reason we're here is I 200% believe in Chuck Liddell. He is when you talk about, and I say this all the time, when you talk about a true fighter, he is a true fighter. The guy lost the worst defeat in his career to Randy Couture, the thing that he'd been waiting for forever to get a shot at the UFC title. And 3 weeks later, we're in Japan in a press conference. He's ready to take on, 6 of the baddest guys in the world. It's just the kind of guy he is. I can't tell you how I feel right now. I'm so excited. He just handed me the trophy, and he goes, I'll give you the other half in November.
Oh, giddy up, ladies and gentlemen. Confidence is sexy, and there's no doubt that Dana has that confidence in Chuck Liddell.
Are you calling me sexy?
Oh, I am, baby, I am. And there is no doubt about it that Chuck was very sexy tonight. We'll be back for another one. Congrats, Dana and Chuck Liddell.
Thank you all very much.
All right, thanks, guys. Chuck Liddell, 3 minutes and 9 seconds to do with that right hand. Were you worried at the very beginning? You took a knee. Did it break you up a little?
No, not really. Actually, I was wondering how tough those knees were. And he threw a nice hard knee, and because I'd seen it all his fights, he won with knees, so I expected hard knees. But it was nice to know, you know, he gave me a clean shot to the body and I could take it, so I didn't have to worry about it as much anymore.
Well, then you got the cut. We were a little worried about the cut. We saw the cut, but that's
more of a
nothing.
scratch. I could feel the blood a little bit, but I think he scratched it. I don't know how I got the cut exactly. I have to see the film to see how I got the cut.
Now, you did say before we started shooting the interview that you took a knee to the nuts.
Yes, I did. Yeah, he gave me a nice one, but.
You shook it off, because none of us knew.
It didn't bother me too much. I think he just missed the nuts and caught my dick, actually. But,
all right, a little too much detail.
A little too much detail, but you know, that hurts more than anything. It doesn't get that. If he caught it right clean, I might have been doing one of those.
When you got him with that right, you just went in for the kill. You knew when you hit him with that right.
His eyes, he's going. So, you know, his eyes going every which way, so I just went in there. I'll finish. I see a guy hurt, I gotta finish.
You're like a wolf, man.
You gotta finish. You get in there when a guy's hurt, you gotta make him pay the whole time. Can't let him rest, because then he can catch it. A good fighter, and he's a tough kid. I think he would have fought, but he was trying to fight when he couldn't find his feet.
Is this one a little sweeter for you because you came to Pride and you kicked butt?
You know, it's sweeter for me because I'm going to next round of this tournament. And
you're ready for November. You want to fight tomorrow?
I'll fight Vanderlei tonight if it feels.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a shot at Vanderlei hopefully. First round. Give him to me the first round next month.
Quinton Jackson grew up in Memphis, Tennessee as a tough street kid who liked wrestling. But after high school, Rampage discovered a new way to release his rage.
I always liked fighting, but I used to always get in trouble for it, you know. When I was like 21, my friend from college, from high school actually, fucking got me into the sport, you know what I'm saying? He took me to the sport and to the show and showed me, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. I didn't know anything about it. I never heard about the UFC or Pride or anything at this point. I never heard about anything. I'm fresh out of college, and he took me to a show, and these wrestlers out there kicking ass. I was like, damn, you can get paid for kicking ass, and you don't go to jail? Sign me up. And fucking 2 months later, I was fighting, dog.
Now, Quinton likes to compete, and he loves to fight, but he really loves to fight in Pride.
Pride fighting is the best fighting in the motherfucking world. Where else can you pick a motherfucker up over your head, slam his ass, and stomp him in the face? Then, later on that night, get a fucking big wad of cash for doing it. Where else can you do that shit? You can't do that shit nowhere else in the world. Who don't want that money? I want that money. I want the money. Do you know what I can do with that money? You don't know what I can do with that money, dude. Man, I can do some things with that money.
Quinton might do it for the money, but there's no doubt that he is one of the toughest middleweight fighters in the world. But on the streets, Rampage, well, he really doesn't look for much trouble.
Once you learn a martial art, it's kind of like teach you discipline, and you're not afraid anymore. You know, most people fight because they're afraid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid, so I know I can whoop a motherfucker's ass. So, you know what I'm saying? I try to talk out of whooping his ass. You know what I'm saying? I backpedal. You know, and I tell him, I'm trying not to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I got in a fight in the club the other day. Motherfucker hit me. I was trying not to whoop his ass, but the motherfucker hit me, dog. So I had to embarrass him, man. So, you know, I defend myself, but I don't go around looking for fights.
Defend himself he will at Pride Fighting's Total Elimination, and Quinton is looking for this win.
Even if I get my ass kicked, you know what I'm saying? I don't care, you know. I want to win. If I get my ass kicked, that's part of my job. But motherfucker they gotta work up pretty early in the morning and train pretty hard, kick my ass, because I ain't gonna roll over, you know what I'm saying? And whoever step in front of me, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have a hard ass fight. That's my job, and I love my job. It's the greatest job on earth. It's the best job on earth, man.
And he's taken his job very serious this time. Knowing that he's facing a Rona, Quinton has been working on his ground game, and of course, he's perfecting those trademark slams.
He's been with me ever since high school, because that's all I knew how to do. When I went to college, I got my ass whooped, but I still slam motherfuckers. So when I bring it to the fight, you know what I'm saying, it's not a wrestler now. I never been a real good wrestler, but I just know how to slam motherfuckers, and I love doing it. You know what I'm saying? So if motherfuckers slip, fuck up, they go get slammed.
Now, according to his coach Oyama, who's trained Tito Ortiz, Quinton Jackson will win this 8-man tournament.
Quinton will win this tournament. think he's a lot more focused than before. I think his recent successes have shown that he's improved with every fight. I think he's doing things better with each time out, and I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people. Yeah, I'm confident he's gonna win. There's no doubt in my mind.
I'm gonna knock a motherfucker out.
Now this foot is a problem if you have a fight. When I do this, does it hurt, you think? Ricardo Arona we have here. And that's the guy who got injured, obviously, and he cannot fight against Quinton Jackson. What happened?
Man, it's a bad luck I had. In the last training before coming here, I injured my ankle, and it was a bad surprise for us. And now I need help from my brother Murillo to get my place, man.
It's a dream for me, you know. I think it's one of the most difficult fights in my career because I like challenges all my life, and it's one more challenge for me. I have some tricks for him. I hope they how can I say, they work.
So you're really gonna knock a motherfucker out?
Man, I'm pissed like a motherfucker, man. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
What do you think? What did you think of the last minute change?
Man, you know, it's all good. You know, shit happens and shit, but you know, so I've been training for somebody else. That just made me more angry.
What are you gonna do to him? You're gonna knock him out? You say, okay, I'm gonna ride this out, or you say, okay, this is gonna be a knockout for sure.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Really, I don't have a crystal ball. I just got 2 balls, so I can't just say, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fight like I always fight, do my thing. I can't go out there and predict anything, but that's what I'm aiming for. You know, I like to please the crowd, that's what I do.
What can I say? Big cojones, ladies and gentlemen, to do this on a 5-day notice. Thank you very much, and good luck. The third match, Quinton Rampage Jackson against Murillo Bustamante.
Yeah, now actually Jackson thought he was getting a Rona. Obviously he broke his ankle, so he's not fighting. Is that a factor working against Jackson in this fight?
I don't think so, because they come from the same camp, Arona and Bustamante, so they train the same. So I think it's not going to be a major factor. But you know what? Say hello to my little friend, okay?
Oh,
let's go!
Slam it like Rampage.
For the third match. 青コーナーよりクイントン・ランページ・ジャクソン選手の入場です。
Well, it cannot possibly get any more exciting than that, or can it? It probably can. Damon the Dog Perry, and of course Boss Rutten here for Total Elimination 2003, now for fight number 2 of the middleweights, trying to advance the final conflict. Chuck Liddell just beat ALISTAIR OVEREEM. Boss, now we're looking at Quinton Rampage Jackson and Bustamante replacing Arono in this one, but it still is going to be top quality. There's Rampage right there.
And there is his hole. And now he's got his own song, ladies and gentlemen. He's got his own rap, his own song, and he's going to come up. And this fight, I think, is going to be longer. If it's going to be shorter than the first 2 ones,
it's got to be longer.
It's got to be longer. I mean, come on.
And you can see he's got that mouthpiece that lights up, unbreakable mouthpiece. He wanted me to thank them as well. SiriusPimp.com, TireBarn.com, LexaniWheel.com, TopLimo.com, and BJJTapes.com.
And BossRutten.tv.
And BossRutten.YouToman. This ought to be good, because the last 2 didn't go that long, if you know what I'm saying.
But you know that on BossRutten TV, if you go to Most Outstanding Fighter Award, he is there on my list as number 1. Fighter, Most Outstanding Fighter, Quinton Rampage Jackson.
Well, obviously, Rampage is a show as much as his show is quality and his fighting is even more quality. You tend to, I think he almost distracts the fans and distracts the people to think that he's not that serious a fighter, but he trains hard, got one of the best training groups out there, Team Oyama, and he is for real in all aspects and his ground game improving all the time.
Yes, the quality of fighters that he beat is just unreal. I mean, he walked over Igor Vovchanchyn, then he goes to K1, knocks out Cyril and DB. I mean, the guy knows it all. He's one of the first MMA fighters that goes to K1 and knocks people out there. I mean, you gotta have a lot of,
You gotta have a lot of something there.
Oh, yes,
I know what you want to say. You gotta have a lot of
cojones.
Giddy up, my friend.
Giddy up.
And obviously he is an intense man, but he has so much fun, and he's really a pleasure to be around. He's always a man quick with a joke and whatnot. And the chain is that's his staple, baby. He's doing his thing right now before the fight even starts.
Oh yes, he's getting into the groove. He's getting into the QUINTON rampage. That's it, the groove, baby.
And he is getting now closer to the ring. We'll walk by our table momentarily here at Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. Pride Fighting Championships, Total Elimination 2003. 35,000 plus people has now Rampage walking toward, taking looks at the crowd one more time, and he is looking ready.
Look at his mouthpiece. It's a Japanese flag and an American flag on the other side. Did you see that?
Well, you know, he's a man of the people. He's a man of the people. He loves all ladies and people, and you know what I'm saying.
I know, it's Clinton.
Boss, I think you definitely know what I'm saying. But
oh, yes, I know. Come on, if you have what is it, pimpdaddy.com or what was it?
Yeah, that's one. How many you want, baby, because that's one. The legend, Boss Rutten, now we await his opponent, and again, he thought, most people thought it would be Ricardo Orono, but he will get a guy that actually has been looking for a fight. He's still got a belt with the UFC. Bustamante can pose a lot of different problems. Is he a better opponent than Orono? Better meaning a harder fight for Rampage Jackson.
Yes, I think he is, but Orono I think is a little bit more slicker.
Yes.
Better with submissions. If Quinton's going to clinch up with him, Orono wouldn't slip a triangle choke on. Bustamante will. He will jump up and go for a flying triangle or a flying armbar or something. Orono wouldn't have done that.
So a little more slippery, obviously, and able to get out of certain situations. Perhaps he's a much more experienced fighter as well, and that's probably what's going to allow him to do just that as we now await his entrance. But one of the more interesting things, or again, speaking of his, Dana White talked about Chuck's attitude of just being a fighter. Well, Quinton Jackson didn't care. Okay, my opponent's changed. Well, bring it on. I'm going to fight. This is about total elimination. This is about proving I'm the best middleweight in the world, not just in one fight. So he's ready to fight whoever it might have been.
Yeah, and also what a really cool thing was, I was there at the moment that Murillo knew that he was going to fight Quinton, and they met each other at breakfast in the hotel, and they walked to each other, they shook each other's hand, and Rampage said, "It's just a job, guy, it's just a job, Murillo." And he says, "No, I'm okay, man." And they were like, it's strange, it's like they're friends, and now they're going to face off.
One of the best things about the mixed martial arts fighting is, quite frankly, the intimate atmosphere that the fighters have during the week leading up to the fight, during the training leading up to the fight. As you said, they eat together, they see each other on the elevator. There is a certain amount of respect and a lot of pride in each other, pride for themselves, pride on the line tonight.
And pride in the ring.
Now, obviously, this is an older opponent, but a more experienced opponent, a very confident opponent. When I talked to Bustamante yesterday, he says he's not, this was the interesting part, he says he did kind of stop training for a fight a few weeks before and started really helping Orono and helping the other fighters get ready for their fights. But then when he got the call, he says he has had some injuries, but he almost felt like this was a calling that God asked him to be in this fight, and he's has a tremendous amount of faith. As you can see, he is saying a prayer now. He said he relies a lot on prayer and yoga, and this is about his spirit, and he was called for this fight, and that kind of faith is courage. And you can see Arona standing behind him cheering as well.
Ooh, let's go to the announcing.
Boss, I think this one has got to last longer.
It has to.
Unbreakable mouthpiece. TopDemo.com, baby.
I want my belt. That's what he says there.
Yes.
QUINTON Rampagey Jackson!
That's Rampagey to you, as we get the Japanese flavor here. Quinton Rampagey Jackson, and he shows that mouthpiece.
So he has another mouthpiece now.
Yes, he did change. Well, that's the versatility that he can show there. He has several moves in the ring. He also has several mouthpieces.
There you go.
And there's Mario Sperry also in the corner with Arona, as they will watch their teammate try to, well, I guess you would have to consider this a mild upset if it is to happen that Quinton loses this fight.
Yes, a mild, quote, upset, yeah.
Again, it was not until, Arona was actually here in Vegas, was examined by Vegas, listen to me. I'm thinking about those days when I saw you in Vegas, baby. Actually here in Japan and examined by doctors here before it was determined that it was broken and he would not be able to go. Here we go. Quinton Rampage Jackson, Murilo Bustamante from Brazil, touch gloves. They are in the center. Jackson throwing the jabs with the left hand. And again, a very stoic look by his opponent, who throws a right cross blocked nicely by Quinton Jackson, who is not even sweating yet. Usually he's sweating when he just walks down the elevator. He's always full of energy. And right now they're kind of feeling each other out in the traditional boxing stance. There's a right jab that at least connects, or a left jab rather, does not do a lot of damage. Who's going to make the first move here, boss?
I don't know. It appears
there
Jackson,
it is.
And a nice knee there to the body. And this is what we were expecting.
Yes.
Jumping and try to take him in the guard, but Quinton's probably going to try to throw him. Watch this.
This might be what he is now becoming, if you're an opponent, infamous for, if you are a fan, famous for. And we're talking about Rampage, as he is going to go. Oh, he is strutting with him, carrying his baby.
He's going to put him in his corner, in Rampage corner.
Yes,
so
he wants
can hear
it over here. He wants people on this side. He wants his corner. He wants to be able to hear what his corner is saying. And now,
and he should just stand up now and walk away. That's what he should do.
Actually, the referee's going to do that for him, boss, and
no,
send them back. Send them back into the center of the ring.
Restart in the same position, and this is what Murillo wants.
I don't know
but
if
the guard wasn't close.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I don't know if they're real happy with that restart in Quinton's corner, but here it is, and now a few right hands connect there by Bustamante, as he is in the open guard, no question. Quinton now doing the smart thing, staying close, not wanting to get those punches to fly off the chest of Bustamante, who's very clever from here, boss.
Yes, but with an open guard, Quinton's smart move would be, look, there's armbar already. I told you.
Yes, he's got it just like that.
Quinton's going to slam him.
Just
Watch this.
like that. That's the only thing he can do from this point. And he is in trouble.
Oh my
Referee
God.
taking a close look. This is the cleverness. This is...
Quinton's
he's able to get out.
Triangle choke.
Now he's got triangle choke, and he slams him down.
That was the slam of Quinton, ladies and gentlemen. But
Wham,
you saw.
Bam, Rampage slam right there to get out of.
But did you see what Bustamante did? I told you, he plays an open guard and goes for an armbar. This is a very tricky guy. Somebody plays an open guard, get out.
This is
Don't
exactly what you talked about, and in your opinion, it looked like Quinn did not get out of there early enough.
No, he could have, so he should have. Now, this should be his warning. Don't play the ground game, because this was a close one.
Now again, they are standing, exchanging. Bustamante looking confident, as he should be. Had some early success in trying to take it down. Slams Quinton across the ropes, though. They are each hanging over the ropes, and obviously...
And now I wonder what's going to happen.
Well, they've got to get them off there and bring them back in, but the referee just putting them not back into the center, but just inside of the ropes, it looks like.
Yeah, I think that now the referee's going to wait a little bit. If the position is going to change, they're going to restart it in this position in the center of the ring.
And his corner now talking about time to stand back up, Rampage. Time to stand up. That's where you can do your most damage, as we are in round 1 of 3 scheduled rounds here between Rampage and Murillo. Obviously, the first 2 did not go that long.
Yeah, Murillo knows that the referee, he said he knows if I stay in this position, we're going to restart in the center, you see?
Yes.
That's why he didn't do anything. Because if he moves, there's a possibility for Rampage to escape the whole situation. So he says, let's just hold him, crawl myself a little bit more through the ropes, put my head out of the ropes, and then they're going to restart. And that's what's going to happen right now. Very smart move here by Murillo.
And this is what we talked about. He has more experience. And Boss, you've been talking about it the entire time. Crafty, not even the right word. Just a very intelligent fighter here. And they have indeed restarted in that position in the center of the ring.
Now it's going to be very dangerous for Quinton. Murillo is phenomenal on the ground, I'm telling you. So he's going to escape already in the half guard, as you can see. Oh, Quinton twists him, but still doesn't mean anything.
The advantage here still in the guillotine here.
Choke. He's got
a very strong guillotine on him now. Rampage, you can see his face.
Yes.
He is definitely feeling the effect of that choke, walking him over to the ropes now.
Quinton should turn his head to the right.
He's getting instruction from his corner now.
If he turns his head to the right, the choke will be off his Adam's apple, and not really on the cross choke. So then there's nothing going on.
And now
this
he is
could be
down.
dangerous.
This could be real dangerous here. Murillo has not let go of that choke at all. Quinton was not able to do what you said, Boss, and that was turn to the right.
He's crawling out. He's crawling out. Murillo has got one arm underneath Quinton's armpit, so he doesn't have it full on like you see here. You see he has one arm underneath the armpit and one arm around. This is more dangerous. Quinton should turn his jaw into the chest of Murillo.
And what does Murillo have to do to finish it right now?
He's got to underhook his underarm too, but now he's loose. He's loose. Quinton is out. Quinton is out. The danger is gone.
And that was danger, no doubt, but he is. And you can see now both of these fighters right now, and they're going to restart this here.
Yeah, Quinton is complaining about something, but I don't know what it is. Oh, his pants came off.
Well, that's worth complaining about, no doubt about that.
Yes, you couldn't see it here from the point of view from the people at home, but we could see it here, of course, because we're sitting ringside. Quinton's trunks came down.
So two attempts at submission here early in this first round by Murillo, and I guess a hell of a lot of credit to Rampage for being able to get out of these. Seemingly a lot of fighters that choke was vicious, but again, he was able to get out and get out earlier by slamming down Murillo when he was in the triangle choke then, Boss.
Yeah, the guillotine choke, he had one arm underneath the armpit, so that was not such a dangerous one if you know how to get out, and obviously Quinton knew how to stay out of it. The other one was a little bit more dangerous. Still, you see how fast it goes with Murillo Bustamante. You give him one little mistake, he will capitalize on it, and he's going to get you. And he's going to go and go like this. He's the same as his teammate Nogueira. Also, same thing there. He will play for guard, go for triangle, go into the armbar, figure four. He's all over the place.
And Quinton now shorts almost ready to go. Murillo talked about, he said, quite frankly, yes, I'm scared. There's always fear before a fight, and the challenge is to transfer that fear. He looks like he's done that. He looks extremely confident up there.
Oh, yes, you can say that again. They're going to restart in the same position, which is strange.
The shorts there probably worked in Quinton's favor. He got a rest.
I think so too, but in both.
Oh, a good left knee! A good left knee by Rampage. And now he is waiting for Murillo to get up. He wants him up. That is where he needs to be. And he got a great knee right across the face there.
Beautiful. Super reflexes.
And this is where he has learned his lesson. He's going to want to have it up here. Although, again, he did a great job on the ground doing what he needed to do. And that was not let that choke take firm hold. Back up now, throwing jabs to Murillo.
Yeah, let's see what this is going to bring. Of course, he's going to play a little bit more slick now. Quinton is. He doesn't want to have Murillo again jumping into that. This is a very good move. Start from
the low kick to the outside, and obviously a combination by Murillo punches did not do any damage. Quinton now seemingly much more confident. Both fighters miss on blows there, and they are on the clinch, and there's another knee, and Murillo kind of takes him down, kicks to the head. Quinton able to get right back up here. Again, that's where he wants to be, Boss.
He really wants to be on his feet. He had 2 warnings. Maybe 3 strikes is out, he's going to think, so let's stay on the feet.
And they are back at it in the center. Rampage kind of have just a position jab there, really, now guarding against the combination.
Yeah, he should throw a simple white 1-2, I think, to feel everything out. 1-2-1, left, right.
I would think he did expect this type of bout. It's probably going pretty much as expected. Knew this opponent was more experienced. And there's a good body shot right to the body there.
That's one of my favorite combinations, I swear to God. Left hook to the head, right straight to the body.
Oh, I could feel it from here, and it did not feel good. And there's looks like Jackson he slipped a little bit right there.
Yep.
But he's all right, both fighters up. It has been up for a while now, and actually Murillo doing a fine job of defending combinations from Quinton Jackson, although he did take that one severe shot to the body. And let's see who gets the...
Whoa.
Looks like he stunned him a little bit with the right hand, did Murillo, and again, this one will be the first fight of the night if it goes the distance of this first round to advance to a second round, boss.
Yes, I think they just announced 5 minutes past. So
3? I'm getting word that it was 3, and there's a combination. I don't know how many minutes are left with that, but that hurt no matter what minute you're in, no question about it. Fight going back onto the ground now. And again, I would have to say, advantage here, no question to Murillo.
Right now, not that bad. If Quinton stays in the half guard, it's good. If Murillo is going to worm himself out, wriggle himself out, it goes to like what he's doing right now. Now Quinton's got to get up. This is exactly his game plan.
And this is what he did not do. Yes, obviously when he ended up falling into the guillotine, it was because, as Boss talked about, he's got to get up quicker, Now both standing again. I think this is obvious. Oh, there's a good right overhand cross from Murillo right there. Another one lands there, and Quinton laughing, saying, come on, come on. And they touch gloves. A lot of respect here, a lot of pride, but Rampage says, yeah, you got me, but I'm still all right. I'm still right here. And there's a right-hand miss, jab lead now by Rampage, who's looking for an opportunity. I'll tell you, this guy is tough to get inside of Murillo here with these punches.
He's doing a real good job. We know that Murillo has a real good right hand. Ooh, he dropped many in the UFC with it, with the right straight to head. Quinton just should keep looking. He looked a little bit away when he gave a 1-2. He should get up now. Yep.
He connected earlier with that shot to the body. Would you like to see him go more toward the body? It looks like he is able to guard the head, the face very well, Murillo. How about more shots to the body, boss?
You took the words just out of my mouth.
Well, you want them back here. How they taste, baby.
Okay,
how they taste.
Good. Hey, maybe he should throw a few body shots now.
And there's a left that got in by Murillo. Very nice. I've heard that before. Boss Rutten, as clever as they come, as we are going towards, certainly in the final minutes left, kick there from Rampage.
1 minute
1 minute now in round 1. This the second of 4 middleweight fights for Total Elimination 2003. The 4 winners advancing to November's final conflict in the Pride Championships. Again, under a minute here. Obviously, they don't score it round per round. We'll get into that more, but you want to close the round strong, do you not?
Yeah, of course. You always want to score.
There's another takedown, and he's got him in the guard here.
Which is dangerous, but he's got only like
how much
30
time?
seconds,
Does not have enough time,
left.
sure.
But like you said before, you want to finish strong each round. Even though in Pride, you know, it's about who finishes the strongest at the end of the fight.
It's not round by round. They're scoring throughout the fight, and it's a culmination rather than individual rounds being scored. But again, they like to see the aggressor more toward the end of the fight even, but who's trying to finish, who's trying to be aggressive. And there is the end of round 1. Quinton now helping Murillo up, and both fighters giving each other a hug and a little bit of a smile there.
And the good thing is we're going to see the Pride girls now for the first time of the evening.
Well, I tell you, I've been waiting all night for the Pride Babbage, and, you know, these knockouts are killing me. Now, if they're all giddy up, ladies and gentlemen. Saitama Super Arena, 35,000 plus, and some Pride girls out in the ring. Who do you think had the advantage as far as, not as far as points necessarily or most effective punches, but as far as the way this fight is going, the style of fight we are seeing here as we look at action from round 1?
Now we're here. We see the armbar. And now when he knows that Quinton is going to slam him, so what does Murillo do? He holds his leg, watch, so Quinton cannot stand up. It's perfect. Moves it over on his belly.
And now he's going to turn it over. It's unbelievable technique. Quinton was very smart. He's going to jump over him right now. There he goes. He goes out. And now he's going to go for a triangle choke. Slams him down, gets out. And look at the face of Murillo after the slam. Watch this. Watch this if they show his face.
He was able
to show it.
He was able to avoid that right hand, which would have really been trouble. But, I mean, that is just a chess match right there. Great job by Quinton jumping over, and then boom, the scissor.
And here we go with the guillotine. Now he's going to close the guard around him. And this is dangerous too. You see, Quinton has his left arm underneath. So if he would take him down, he could even. Yeah, now he's pulling it out.
Pulling that left arm out.
Because otherwise he can also end up in a triangle choke. Wow, taking it to the ground, still holding on. What a round.
Amazing that at that point, he still has the strength, the endurance to pick up Murillo, walk him toward the ropes, toward his corner, so that he can, you know, absolutely make the move there. Just a tremendous show of strength right there. As we get, Boss is changing phones on me. He's doing all kinds of crazy things. I don't know what all he's doing. He's doing some equipment. So he's checking.
Okay, I'm back.
What you were checking to make sure the package was all there, Boss?
Jesus.
All right, well,
Just
we're good to
before
go.
The round starts.
And here we go for round two as they touch gloves one more time. Quinn Jackson in the army trunks, if you will, kind of the camouflage look, and the black trunks with red borders. Murillo, and again they start this standing. And the crowd, the Japanese crowd, very, very smart. Several of the fighters talked to me about how they enjoy the crowd because, A, when the fight goes down to the ground, they are not booing. They're watching the chess match here. And this is exactly the way the first round started, Boss.
Yes, and talking about the crowd, this is a smart move, by the way. Quinton should wear that leg down, stick in the jab, and then go for a takedown. Left knee to the body there, which is very smart. Avoid the guard.
His corner telling him that right leg kick is open. Continue to take it.
He should stay out now. Murillo is going to pull out his right foot. You watch. And then he's going to close the guard around him.
There's a couple of left hooks to the body. And now, as Boss so astutely put it, the guard is closed here. And it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle to try to get free. He wants to get this back up, no question about that. But there, again, good body work when he is down in there. Take advantage of that opportunity.
He's doing a good job, but he's going to make one mistake, and Murillo is going to capitalize. Again, there you have that very expensive word from a Dutch guy on it. And he's
that's a big one for you, capitalize?
Oh, Jesus, man, it's like aluminum.
It's aluminum. Capitalize on the aluminum siding. Well, it sounded smooth to me.
He's trapping his arm already. He's probably going for an armbar on the left arm of Quinton Jackson. Watch it. Neck crank is very dangerous because they can also go for armbar. Now he's
able to get up with a right to the head and then able to stand up on that open guard. So Rampage, again, able to get out effectively, knows that's not where he wants to spend any time during this fight.
He should go to the body. Rampage should.
And there's a left to the body and now a knee to the body. Two knees to the body and a right uppercut.
And that hurt him.
A right uppercut. Following the two knees. And now, as you can see, referee is calling Murillo up. Murillo says, hey, come on. Can we do it downstairs? Can we go down here? Jackson's smart now.
Jackson should throw a liver shot. Yes, ladies and gentlemen at home, that's your first shot right there.
Liver shot. Shots fired. As Boss will announce that to you. The low kick, again, being instructed that it is open. According to his corner, they want him to work that. Murillo now with a couple of combinations. One just grazes the face of Quinn Jackson, who again with the right kick and very effective there. That's going to wear down that.
It's going to wear down. If a couple more, he's already limping on it. You see it. I think like 3, 4 more, and that could end the fight. There you go.
And there, he's boom, boom with the jab, almost faking the right punch and whack with the leg. Excellent combination.
Exactly what he should do. If he's close by, go for the body and a right low kick right now.
There's a straight hand by Murillo, trying to get in. Another right kick by Rampage.
You see Murillo already starts limping now.
Oh, those got hurt.
They hurt, trust me. You know, also because Murillo is leaning on his back leg, so his front leg, the muscles are not tense, so they don't catch the real kick. So they're really penetrating right now.
Not able to get to tighten up, if you will, to take the blow. And there's a combination left, right, but again, nothing real effective there by Rampage. Another attempted kick.
Yeah, but the thing is, a low kick you should set up.
Exactly what his corner's talking about here.
Or a left jab.
His most effective one of this round was set up with 2 left jabs, then the fake right punch that came into the left kick, and it obviously was effective. You can hear it down here. There's a little combination to the head of Quinton Jackson by Murillo now, who's showing his box up, he's showing his stand-up skills here. And there's a combination.
We got 1 minute left. Ooh, and that was one hard low kick. Full with the shin. Ooh, and knee
good
again.
knee right there.
Yeah, this.
There's the missed.
There the knees coming from here.
Clinch again, and Murillo is able to take it down. That's where he wants to be again. Minute less than in this round 2.
He's crawling a real high guard up, and he opens it up. That means he's going for something. He knows he has only about 45 seconds left, so he's got to do something. He cannot let this opportunity go by. He's opening his guard now.
There's some lefts, and now a right by Quinton, who's just trying to stay busy, I think, in this position to get out of this round. Stay busy, and that was very busy with the overhand right there.
He's going to pull his left knee up. He's going to go for a triangle, probably. Oh, no, Quinton's smart. Very nice.
Gets out,
Very smart.
Sensed it, no doubt about it, and was able to get up. Quinton fighting a very smart fight in this second round, boss.
Yes, he shoot a low kick. At least one more low kick now, just before the end.
And there it
round.
is. We head to round 3. Quinton Rampage Jackson and Murillo Bustamante of Brazil. The weigh-ins at Rampage at 200. Felt shape, Murillo at 204. As the Pride girls get their second action of the night here in the third fight of the night.
Yeah, let me look at that. You ladies, oh, let's look at this rerun, the replay. Ooh,
There's
nice
a
knee
nice
to the
knee.
solar plexus and another knee.
one.
Beautiful.
And then that right hook, I think, also. But Murillo, smart right there, just gets on his butt, gets to the ground. No doubt about it. That's where,
oh, look at that.
Thank you, but no thank you is all I can say to those knees right there. And you can see him feeling his bottom lip there. Obviously one of those, and I'm not sure if it was the knee or this punch right here. That uppercut right there, I think, actually caught him in the lower lip. As you can see, he went to the ground immediately after that. His corner now talking to him, Mario Sperry there, talking to him, saying, all right, here's what we want to do. We want to get more of them jokes going. Wouldn't that be?
I think so, but I think they do it in Portuguese, not in English.
Oh, is that right? So give me an example of that, boss.
Mucho, una de eso.
Le fait triangle.
Triangle chiquito.
And
what we at Rampage, and they will probably say, stick the jab or a left hook and follow it up with the right low kick. That's Rampage corners.
No question
Advice.
in round 2, that right kick, his corner kept encouraging him, and as a matter of fact said it's open all the time, but you got to set it up. If you set it up, it's there, and you saw him use it effectively, especially 2 or 3 of them very effective. The most effective was set up perfectly with 2 jabs, fake right punch, bam, kicks him on with the right leg.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It's exactly like you said. It's like you're doing it for a long time already. Setting it up with the jab or the hook, low kick. Textbook work right there. But this is the last round. Knowing Quinton, he doesn't want to keep it this way. He doesn't want to go to a distance.
Again, the winner of this will join Chuck Liddell in Total Elimination 2003. November, 4 fighters of the 8 middleweights will advance. Here we go, final round, round 3. Quinton starting with the kicks right away, boss.
Yep.
Final conflict coming up in November.
Murillo attacking there with the left right.
Again, Murillo's boxing
right
skill. That's
kick.
another right low kick, and you can just hear them. You can just hear them, and they've got to be adding up. I mean,
yeah, but although this one was with the foot, and you the ones that you don't hear with the shin bone, that's the one that really.
That's the one that really. All right, there it is.
That's
Boss knows he's delivered and probably received a kick or two in the day.
Oh, yes, I did. And I have.
Well, it's to make sure the have comes out there as well.
Yeah, I wasn't really happy with it. It's quite disturbing when you have to go to the restroom.
Overhand right there, blocked nicely. There's a left that connects, as you can see the sweat fly off Murillo Bustamante. Another right kick. And that right kick there is just kind of, hey, to let you know it's still here. I'm still going to use it. Not real damaging, but hey, it's here. It's a weapon.
Nice
you better be prepared for it.
Nice right hand.
Right hands.
Get away. That's what he should do.
His corner again telling him, let him stand up, let him stand up. That is exactly what they want Rampage to do. And quite frankly, since the beginning of round two, fighting a very smart fight is Quinton Rampage Jackson.
Yes. Right now, and like we said, with the scoring card, he's got to stay busy, because if he's going to finish strong in this fight, he's going to get the victory.
Again, that scoring, not in boxing that you may be familiar with, where they're doing round by round. There are 3 judges, but it is kind of a cumulative deal, and the more active you are in trying to finish the fight here in the 3rd round, the better they like it. Going for the body there with the jab. Now, we haven't seen that much since round 1. He's gone more to the leg kick, but again, that as you like to see, liver shots can be very effective for Rampage in this fight.
Yeah, if he throws a left jab to the body, he should follow it up with the right straight to the head. Or he should throw that combination again like he did before, the left hook to the head and the right straight to the body. Once that penetrates, he should do left hook to the head, right straight to the body, and another left hook that will probably result in a knockout.
It looks like he's trying to clinch it from the top to get that left knee to the body there too, going toward him, trying to grab the head and then throw that knee. There's a right that misses from the leg of Quinton Jackson. Boss Rutan, Damon Perry here, Sakama Super Arena Pride Fighting Championships, Total Elimination 2003. This is the 2nd of 4 middleweight fights. We saw Fedor defeat Gary Goodrich, and there, they go down immediately into the guard there.
Yep, and that's not the place you want to be. Quinton should, I think, maybe even just stand up and slam him down where he's known for, but watch really out to the process of doing it.
Well, and again, he had to work so hard in round 1 to do that, and it's got to get more and more difficult as the fight goes on. There's good right hands to avoid that right there by Rampage. Good right hands right to the face of Murillo, and that was the only way he was going to get out of that one.
Yeah, it's the neck rank. Once you do a neck rank, you're acceptable for arm bars. That was what Murillo right away went for.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd and final round. Murillo grabbing the right leg of Quinton Jackson, and they are back in Murillo's favorite spot. Jackson now with the hammer and now with the left to the face here. Got to stay active. He's been able to get out of this when he stays active with those punches.
Yep, he has to start working. Body shots, head shots, throw it all out. Murillo looks like he wants to pull his left leg underneath the armpit of Quinton and then go for a triangle choke.
It seems to be his favorite move in this fight.
It looks like he can't pass it at this moment. It's very dangerous for Quinton to have your right arm that close to the body of Murillo.